We're back with Christmas in October. Jeez, shaking the shelf behind you there. Alright, so we're starting with Monster Blood 3, the next one here. It is back, Monster Blood.
Does it have to be back?
It is back.
Does it
comes
have
back,
to be
comes
back?
again. So it's the slime that never dies.
It really doesn't.
Yep. Evan can't stand babysitting his genius cousin Kermit, and I can see why. Kermit's freaking evil. Kermit refuses to play video games. He won't even play Frisbee.
Well, he must be evil.
Yeah, all he likes to do is hang out in the basement doing strange experiments and playing mean practical jokes on Evan and his friend Andy. And now Andy's found something that will teach Kermit a lesson once and for all. It's green, it's slimy, and it comes in a can marked Monster Blood. And it's ridiculous that after the first two experiences, even kids would be logical enough to, like, the Monster Blood would come back in the form of like an accident or some other kid finds it or whatever just because they have it. Yeah. But no, even they are not going to use some of it to try and freak out.
And
like
he even says that.
No way.
Evan says that constantly. He's like, I'm having nightmares.
It's an absurd like premise. Yeah, especially like by the third book, even a kid is gonna be like, no, probably not a good idea. And even though Kermit is like a horrible child, like, no.
You know who he is? He's like in South Park. Kyle's cousin Kyle.
Kyle's cousin Kyle? He's
when
like
Kyle
that.
comes to visit.
Oh my god.
That's what he reminds me of. I don't know if he's actually a genius. I feel like he's just smart.
I don't know, and he's just sadistic
I feel like the mother is just like coddles him and thinks he's the smartest
thing ever. That'd be so frustrating. Even as a kid this age, like I would be. Of course, I wouldn't want to say anything to like stand up to my aunt, but after a while, at a certain point in this, like you feel like the kid he would just explode. And just be like, no, this kid's a freaking monster. Your kid's a demon. Like, I can't stand it anymore. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. It didn't work well for me at all, this one.
No, I wasn't.
Nothing about it worked well at all. And then the kids, too. When he became a giant, towards the end, the reaction of the kids, there was nowhere near enough, like, it was too accepting. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Oh, it's you.
You want to play softball?
Yeah, you're 15 feet high now. That's great. Maybe you hit the ball, actually. It was a little too, I don't know, the whole thing, nothing about it worked.
But Conan came back.
Yeah.
I was excited about that. I like Conan. He was pretty cool.
But I don't know, nothing about it. And like
Andy's getting worse though. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, Andy's character is
so
just with each
worse.
book. Like the first book, she was probably the best character, and then,
she was great.
And her character is like just devolving into this like I don't know, like stupid sidekick. It doesn't work. And the whole explanation of like how it worked at the end, like this didn't work either. It was not as bad as last time.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I liked Kermit's dog. His name was Dogface. I feel like that's a cool name for a dog.
That's good.
That's a pretty cool name. And we see a new breed. It's a sheepdog. I mean, Trigger's still there because,
But yeah, I don't know. The excuse for using Monster Blood is so this is the worst review I've ever given a Goosebumps book. I just thought this was plain stupid. I give it a 3.
I actually gave it 4, so I didn't.
So we
both
agree. Like this was just.
It was really disappointing, and I keep wanting to hear the story of Sarah Beth and Catherine.
I don't know.
And I don't understand why
there wasn't
it's
a
not
single likable character. Everything that happened was beyond. It was completely illogical, even beyond like kids' book logic. It was just like stupid.
It was bad.
It was just.
It was really bad.
Yeah, and there's nothing horrifying about it whatsoever, and there's nothing funny about it either. Because some of the Goosebumps books, it's really like something funny. Under the guise of something horrifying, and some are just outright terrifying. But this was none of those, and this didn't even have. It wasn't like an allegory for any kids' issues. Really, like there's nothing. It was just
bad.
There. It just existed.
It was just bad.
But yeah, that was not very good. So moving on to a better one. It came from beneath the sink.
Number 30.
Yep.
30. So, Their luck's about to go down the drain. Kat and her brother Daniel are so lucky. They just moved into a new house with tons of rooms, 2 balconies, and a lawn the size of a football field. Poor Dad's gonna have to mow that. But all that good luck is about to run out because there's something really evil living in their new house. Something that's moving, watching, waiting. Something that comes from beneath the kitchen sink. Oh my gosh. This was an awesome book. I really enjoyed this.
It was good. And I think I called it last time Schadenfreude, the book, because it's a creature that feeds off other people's good luck. Like it brings it like energy and joy and power.
Like me.
It's just like just seeing it funny. Yes, ow, you put me in that with your antlers.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah. But no, I think it worked well because it's also like it's a sponge. but it was.
It wasn't the
but
sponge.
But it's, you know what I
It
mean.
was
Like,
not
it was good enough that,
sponge.
like,
It was a gruel.
the concept on paper sounds like it probably would have turned out pretty stupid, but it actually is pretty funny
No, it
and
was
terrifying
great.
at the
It
same
was
point.
great.
Like, it's good. It's a good balance. Like, I give this one a solid 8 out of 10.
I gave it. What did I give it?
I don't know, where are you?
Oh, I gave it an
Right
8
there,
too.
yeah.
I gave it an 8 too.
But yeah, so it was good. It worked out pretty well. I like that one.
And we have another Cocker Spaniel. I know you're keeping track and you're super excited.
Yeah.
This one's name is Killer.
But as interesting as this was, it's not as frightening as Family Sharing Night.
That is the most terrifying thing.
That whole concept
Those parents
is horrifying.
are so fucked
But
up.
yeah, so we have the return of Slappy in
Because
Night of
we
the
really
Living
wanted
Dummy
to see
2.
Slappy again.
Yes.
We
You
really-
can't teach an old dummy new tricks. So. Amy's ventriloquist dummy, Dennis, keeps losing his head. For real. So Amy begs her family for a new dummy. That's when her dad finds Slappy in a local pawn shop. Slappy is kind of ugly, but Amy's having fun practicing her new routine. Then horrible things start happening. Horrible, nasty things, just like what happened the first time. Because there's something odd about Slappy, something not quite right, something evil.
Is that like a common thing that I wasn't aware of, that children enjoy ventriloquism?
No, not at all.
I've never met anybody
I've never met, like...
who's like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a ventriloquist when I grow up.
Never, not even with
That's
the,
a
not
weird
even with
hobby.
the, like, the
Isn't that a
rise of,
weird
like,
hobby?
Jeff Dunham, that's his
Yeah.
name, like 5-10 years ago. Like, even when that was, like, really
This is
popular. I still
before
don't remember.
that.
I still don't remember kids, yeah. Even, I don't know.
This is weird.
Yeah,
Kids are
it's
weird.
strange, but yeah.
The weirder thing is family sharing night.
That was, yeah,
What
to
kind
me,
of family does that?
this, I'll say that that Slappy and the whole concept of the dummies was actually more frightening in this one than the first one. I think that
Yes.
worked better. But to me, I don't know, just because as an adult, the family sharing night was the scariest part of the whole thing.
That was.
It was-
Did your family ever
it
do
was
stuff
terrifying.
like that?
My mom tried stuff like that
Really?
a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, that's
never,
terrifying.
never really worked out. But I think it's because my dad wasn't really on board either. To do
Who would
it.
be on board
So,
with that? That's
yeah.
terrifying.
No, that's ugh.
They go around every Thursday
It's
night
like-
and share something.
Yeah, everyone has to
Like
share, like something they did that week, or something, a story, or something they created, or just no, it's so like Leave It to Beaver, and in reality it doesn't work.
No, especially with
But-
kids, like,
Yeah, it's just
Ugh.
terrifying. But and
it's
the one thing too, I
horrible.
would say the siblings. This was a good example as compared to the couple ones like like the Cuckoo Clock of Doom and some other ones where the troublemaking sibling worked.
Yeah.
In this, like I said, like that's where you can have a sibling who is a big pain in the ass. You can have a troublemaker and have a realistic portrayal, but like you don't have to go so extreme sometimes.
I don't know. I've just had such a problem with this, like the first one. I don't understand Slappy's motivations. He says, now you're my slaves. Okay, why? What do you want? Like,
Yeah.
what's the plan?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Slappy's like,
I know.
He has no motivation.
Carve me a girlfriend. I don't know.
but like, what's the point? I don't understand Slappy.
I don't
I'm
know.
not afraid of the dummy.
And I think
The
that's the other
dummy's
thing
just
too. I
annoying.
think it
Like, he's
depends.
just
I think it depends on the
annoying.
kid. If like, because for me, like I agree, but I know there are people who do find these to be like some of the most horrifying because they have
I'm-
that fear of dolls and
I
fear
am scared
of,
of
like,
dolls.
I don't know.
I always, when I would get dolls, because I had family members that thought that
Mm-hmm.
was like what a girl should have is dolls.
Yeah.
Obviously, I used to put them in my closet, and because I didn't like looking at them, they scared me.
Yeah.
But that's not scary.
Yeah.
He's
but
just stupid.
overall, though, I do say that one was definitely the story and the characters
It was
were
better than the
much
first
better
one.
than the first one. They're more
But-
fleshed out. They're more relatable.
Yeah.
But
I gave
no,
it the same score as I gave the first
Oh,
one.
really?
A
What'd you
7.5.
I give this a solid 7. So I do think it's better than the first one. I think the first one, I don't remember, I gave it 6 or something like that. I don't remember. But I gave this one a 7. So
Do you
good,
like my
but not
antlers?
super great.
I think they're awesome.